In a steps towards bringing a conclusion to the vexed Naga political issue, NSCN-IM General Secretary Thwingalan Muiva to fly down to Delhi on Tuesday. Muiva expected to resume talks with interlocutor AK Mishra following last month's meeting between NSCN-IM delegation with Mishra. After taking a toll over Bangladesh in the last 24 hours, cyclonic storm Sitrang moves towards northeastern region, bringing widespread rainfall across Nagaland and other northeastern states. Several houses damaged and trees uprooted as cyclonic storm wreaks havoc in many places. Newmarket Football Club lifts 22nd NSF Martyrs Memorial Trophy, defeating Ura Uvi by 2-0 in final at Indira Gandhi Stadium on Monday. CM Rio, while attending the event, says his government committed towards empowerment of youth through sports and games. Around 700 shops reduced to ashes in a massive fire that breaks out in Naharlagun Daily Market near Itanagar in Arunachal on Tuesday morning. Though no casualty reported, locals lambasted Fire Services Department for failing to douse fire in spite of being stationed nearby. A day after elected as new Conservative Party leader, Rishi Sunak all set to take charge as Britain's first Indian origin Prime Minister in an hour from now. Sunak to be appointed as UK's third PM in 7 months by King Charles III after the duo meet in Buckingham Palace in the next few minutes. Welcome to Nagaland TV. You're watching Nltv News now. I am Yashira and now the news in detail. To resume talks with Government of India's representative for Naga talks, AK Mishra, NSCN-IM General Secretary Thwingalan Muiva will be leaving to Delhi on Tuesday. NSCN-IM was to resume talks with AK Mishra in Delhi after the Diwali and Durga Puja celebrations. In September, the NSCN-IM delegation led by VS Atim had a discussion with AK Mishra, and later the working committee of NNPGs led by the convener Nltv held separate talks with AK Mishra. Notably, the Centre was expected to present a common draft in the next round of discussions, and the Naga political groups are expected to study the draft before coming to a decision. And common draft is reportedly being worked out in order to combine both status paper of the agreed position and the competency clauses of framework agreement before linking of the final agreement. To give us more insight on this, we have senior producer Dibyendu Chakraborty, who is going to give us more insight on this. Hello, can you hear my voice, Dibyendu?
Yes, Yashira. As we know that the Naga political issue is for the last 25 years. If I count from 1997, when the framework, the NSCN-IM extended, it came to a ceasefire with the government of India. And from that point till 2015, negotiations, 100 rounds of talks went on. Finally, they signed the framework agreement. Later on, separately, the NNPGs also signed the agreed position. But even after so many developments, so many talks, so many negotiations, nothing has come to a conclusion when it comes to the Naga political issue. And finally, when the election in the state of Nagaland is in nearing, within few months the elections are going to be held. Now the pressure is on both on the center and on the Nagaland state government. As we all know that last time when they came to power, the NDPP and BJP alliance had that slogan, that election for solution. But finally, even PM Modi also promised on several occasions that under his governance, under his rule or the regime of the BJP-led center, the Nagaland will usher into the era of peace and development, and that's why it's very crucial that the Naga political issue comes to an early conclusion. But even after statements made by both the center and the stakeholders of the Naga political issue, there are some disputes, there are some competencies which are created some problems, or you can say differences between the sides, especially when it comes to center and NSCN-IM. As over in time, the NNPGs have said that they are ready to sign the Naga peace accord, anytime as the center wants to finally ink the solution. But when it comes to NSCN-IM, yes, definitely the issue of separate flag and constitution has been the major roadblock when it comes to Naga political issue. So for that, again, in last few months, you can say if you start from last year, several talks started when AK Mishra came to the scene after Arendravi's departure. Then at that point, people thought that now once again the talks will start, will resume, and finally an election, a solution to the problem will be there. The issue will be resolved. But again, some delays have take place due to certain issues. And specific, as we all know, it's basically about the separate flag and constitution, which to an extent is not acceptable from the center's point of view, as they have often thrown the ball to the court of Nagaland, especially the NSCN. Even the core committee on Naga political issue, they came as a felicitator to the situation. They also appeal both the side to come to a conclusion when they took a resolution in the month of July. Then again, one significant development that took place is that last month, finally, a team led by V.S. Atam, they visited New Delhi to hold talks with AK Mishra, and it was a week-long discussion that went on. Separately, the NNPG group led by Tito Vizimami also held separate talks in New Delhi. But as the time is, as far as the Naga people, our aspirations are there. They are waiting for the solution for many decades now, many years now, and especially this time when the election is cornering, everybody is hoping that the solution will take place. Importantly, the role that Muiva plays is he's one of the significant leader, in this whole process. He was the person who signed the framework agreement in 2015. But in the last few months, his health issues are there. He is not fully fit. He has not traveled to Delhi on many occasions. As I said, last time also, it was V.S. Atem who led the NSCN-IM delegation. But this time, AK Mishra, who has invited once again the NSCN-IM delegation to discuss about the issue further. It is learned that highly paid sources are telling that this time Muiva is visiting to New Delhi, and since Muiva's voice is a very strong voice when it comes to the NSCN core group and decision-making body. So whatever Muiva says will definitely play a significant role, and that will also make their stand or firm very clear in front of government of India. Now it's not clearly because both discussions will be kept on secret as much as they can, because nobody is willing to talk on camera. We have several times have tried to contact NSCN-IM delegation also, but nothing has been clearly stated by them. But because especially the timing of this meeting is very much important, because last time also the core committee met with the NNPGs in Chumukedima. They also said that they want a solution prior to Diwali. So it's almost the Diwali is now gone. And after Puja and Diwali, it was anticipated that there will be several next round of meetings. And on that note, it has been learned that now he is going to leave to Delhi in his charter flight, where he will meet NSCN-IM leaders. Also will be accompanying Muiva, but not today. I think they will go on a separate date, and they will meet interlocutor AK Mishra to finally take the further steps. And the timing is very important. As I said, it's because likely in the month of February, Nagaland will go to elections. So the slogan that has been given by the Modi-led, NDPP-led UDA government and the state government and center also, that they want to resolve the issue. Even Chief Minister Rio has often said that he is in favor of an early solution. So now it's time to fulfill the promise. And so Muiva's decision, or NSCN-IM's stand now at present will take a very significant role. Whether this the issue will be resolved before election, or whether it will still be a standstill, and after the election, the solution might come. So it is very important now what will the outcome of this meeting, Yashira.
Okay, thank you, Dibendra, for joining us here. So to remind the viewers once again that Team Muiva will be going to Delhi today to resume talks with the Government of India's representative for the Naga talks. MK Mero, NSCN-IM General Secretary. Team Muiva will be leaving to Delhi on Tuesday. NSCN-IM was to resume talks with MK Mero in Delhi after Diwali and Durga Puja celebrations. However, now it is yet to be ascertained what the next discussion will lead to. In September, the NSCN-IM delegation led by VS Atom had a discussion with MK Mero, and later the working committee of NNPGs led by the convener Nltv held separate talks with MK Mero. Notably, the centre was expected to present a common draft in the next round of discussions, and the Naga political groups are expected to study the draft before coming to a decision. A common draft is reportedly being worked out in order to combine both status paper of the agreed position and the competency clauses of framework agreement before linking of the final agreement. After taking a toll over Bangladesh in the last 24 hours, cyclonic storm Sitrang has moved towards northeastwards since Monday, bringing widespread rainfall across Nagaland and other northeastern states. While entering the northeastern region, the intensity of the cyclone has come down, but normal life, the state along with the entire region, has come to a standstill following heavy downpour since Monday. Due to heavy winds passing over the states, many houses were torn apart. Some areas like Fisami village has faced the wrath as roof sheets were blown away. Similar reports of damage caused by cyclonic storm have also surfaced. In Assam's Naga, several houses were damaged due to the cyclone. In the meantime, keeping a note of the weather condition, red alert indicating heavy to very heavy and extremely heavy rainfall has been issued for 4 northeastern states, which includes Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. Meanwhile, in Bangladesh, at least 7 people lost their lives after the cyclone struck many parts of the country. Thousands of people and livestock on Cox's Bazar coast were moved to cyclone shelters due to the inclement weather conditions triggered by the cyclone. Naharlagun daily market of Arunachal Pradesh was burned down to ashes in a massive fire that broke out on Tuesday morning. Around 700 shops were gutted down during the course, while no casualty was reported. According to police officials, the fire is expected to be caused by firecrackers or lamps lit for Diwali celebrations. Meanwhile, Naharlagun Bazar Welfare Committee President Kipa Nai, while addressing media, expressed his resentment over the failure of the fire service department for not being able to provide proper services, as the fire tender lacked basic amenities, due to which it took hours to bring the blaze under control. Arunachal Chamber of Commerce and Industries President Tar Nachung demanded that all fire personnel on duty should be suspended for negligence. Meanwhile, Itanagar MLA Techi Kaso told reporters that the market would be rebuilt by the state government in cooperation with ACC&I. It is to be mentioned that the market is the oldest in the state and is situated near the fire station and Naharlagun police station, around 14 kilometers from Arunachal Pradesh's capital Itanagar.
टोटल हम लोग यहाँ में 700 है, 700 दुकानदार है, प्लॉट है, वो पूरा एक घर भी बचा नहीं है, जला दिया। फायर ब्रिगेड डिपार्टमेंट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ अरुणाचल प्रदेश को रिक्वेस्ट है, आपका सामने में ये फायर ब्रिगेड का यहाँ पे सिर्फ रोड ही बीच में है, उसको एक घर भी बचाने नहीं सकने वाला हमारा गवर्नमेंट का कमजोर है, और उसमें सुबह जब जलाता उसी में एक ही घर को एक ही रूम में 2 घंटा जला रहा था बोला है देखने वाला लोग। और उसमें यहाँ में भी दौड़ के आया है, थाना में भी दौड़ के आया है, यहाँ में कोई भी नहीं है स्टेशन में। तो इसलिए वो एक रूम को सिर्फ 2 घंटा अंदर में जल रहा है, ऊपर से धुआं निकल रहा है, उधर तक आदमी आता नहीं है, फायर ब्रिगेड लोग बचाने नहीं आया है। वो हमारा बहुत दुख का बात है। वो हम लोग खाली करने का हम लोग अनाउंस किया है। हम लोग वो अनाउंस तो टेम्परेरी है, कुछ 2-3 ऑफिशियली नहीं है, 2-3 महीना चाहिए, तो उसको हम लोग आराम से खाली कर देगा। ये घर को नया बनाने के लिए हमारे दुकानदार लोग को हम आगे से बोला है, आराम से हम लोग टाइम देगा।
State Chief Minister Nefurio, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Paton and several other leaders including Advisor of Horticulture and Border Affairs Mathung Yantan expressed grief over the demise of retired Commissioner and Secretary MK Mero, who passed away at Zion Hospital in Dimapur on Monday. In a condolence message on Twitter, Rio stated that Mero was a sincere, humble and dependable officer who had immense experience in the government sector and served under many departments in various capacities. Rio further said that as a bureaucrat, he made noteworthy contributions in the assignments and responsibilities he was entrusted with. Meanwhile, Deputy CM Paton stated that late Mero served the government with sincerity and dedication till his retirement and that he had left behind a vast knowledge and experience behind. Salemyang Gangmai has been appointed as the new Speaker of Tatar Hoho NSCN-IM, informed that Gangmai took the charge from outgoing Speaker Major Retired Hutovi Chishi during the handing over and charge-taking ceremony. Notably, the program was conducted by Secretary Tatar Hoho Reisang Shimre and was attended by all the Kilonses and other senior leaders of NSCN-IM. Newmarket Football Club lifted the 22nd NSF Martyrs Memorial Trophy after defeating Ura Uvi by 2-0 in the final match at Indira Gandhi Stadium on Monday. The tournament was organized under the theme Goal for Peace. Altogether, 32 teams from Nagaland, 2 teams from Manipur and 1 team from Meghalaya participated in the tournament, which was kicked off on 7th October. The champion of the trophy was awarded a cash prize of Rs 2 lakhs along with trophy, while the runners-up received Rs 1.20 lakh. Richo Mero of Newmarket received the Player of the Tournament and Highest Scorer award. Chief Minister Nefurio graced the event as the chief guest and remarked that the government have taken strong commitment to make a fresh start towards sports development plan and have also undertaken a serious resolve to develop new and modern sports infrastructure in different parts of the state. Rio also added that government is committed towards empowerment of the youth through sports and games. The first Naga Wrestling Championship in collaboration with Nagaland Wrestling Association, which was organized by Nagaland Naga Elders Forum Shillong, was held at the Naga Community Hall in Nongrim Hills of Shillong on Monday. The championship was initiated by Naga Students Union Shillong and Project Manager for All India Radio Northeastern Service Shillong. Kriseni Rutso attended the meeting as the chief guest. During the program, Rutso praised the Naga Students Union Shillong for taking the initiative to a planned historic event under the direction of NSUS President Emeka Jehoto Awomi, while Kedo Kituo Siri from Angami Unit emerged as the champion, Ludeto Sapo from Chakesang Unit and KV Lonyo Kutso from Angami Unit finished in second and third positions respectively. The first edition of Strongest Man of Northeast will be held on November 5 at Orchid Ground in Dimapur. President of Strongman Northeast India, Mayank Kishu, opined that the main event will consist of tire flipping, front hold and deadlift. Apart from the main event, some other competitions will also be inducted like gym versus gym, tug of war, carpooling competition and food eating competition. Men athletes will compete in 4 categories like 70 kg, 80 kg, 90 kg and free categories, while 3 categories for women. Kichu also informed that the competition will be open to anyone from Northeast and the athlete with the best aggregate points of the 3 categories will be declared winner. The registration for the participants for the main event will be Rs 750 and Rs 500 for side event. Member of Strongman Northeast India, Abraham Botoking, informed that event will be conducted for the first time in Northeast and the winner will be qualified to participate in National Strongman India. Botoking also added that the one who will win the national competition will be forwarded to international event which takes place in Finland every year. Chakasang Union Bangalore conducted its annual Games and Sports Meet on October 22 at the Koramangla Post Office ground in Bangalore. The event was organized to promote sports culture among the community in Bangalore and also to prepare for the upcoming annual sports meet of Naga Students Union, Bangalore. President of Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee, Sri Ramalinga Reddy, and advisor of the union, Neti Kapio, supported the event. Both men and women competed in football, volleyball, basketball, high jump and tug of war. The annual games and sports also witnessed the traditional Naga wrestling for the first time. Rotary Club of Dimapur held a number of events to commemorate World Polio Day on Monday. A special gathering was held at Rotary Centre in Midland to honor the day. As guest speaker, the District Immunization Officer of Dimapur, Dr. Rebecca Y. Sema, discussed various initiatives to eradicate polio worldwide. Rebecca praised Rotary International's effort to eradicate polio and further described about the numerous polio surveillance systems put in place by the government health authorities. She also informed about the most recent developments in other vaccine preventable diseases that are also available free of cost apart from COVID. Phoenix United of Chozuba Town won the second gospel football tournament on FEC District 2022, which was contested at the local field in Chozuba Town from October 15 to 24. The event was flagged off on the theme Together in Christ under the banner of Youth Department of Chozuba Town Baptist Church. Youth Secretary of the Chakasang Baptist Church Council, Reverend Mului Voi Ninu, was the guest speaker at the event's opening ceremony. He inspired the attendees to take the occasion as an opportunity to seek God and deepen their relationship with Him. Furthermore, he asserted that sports is an universal language that every person can understand. Altogether, 18 teams representing clubs, churches and villages participated in the tournament. An oral health and acupuncture camp was organized by a medical team from Community Healthcare, which was led by dental surgeon Dr. MK Mero at Tinkenwong Village under Pungro District on October 23. Altogether, 81 patients were examined at the oral health camp. Dr. Mero briefed about the overall health benefits of maintaining a good oral hygiene and stressed on the ill effects of consuming tobacco products. Dr. Mero also urged the members of village to stop smoking, chewing tobacco, decrease the use of alcohol, eat more fruits, vegetables and see a dentist regularly in order to maintain a good oral health. Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan along with White Knights Corps Commander Lieutenant General Majindra Singh celebrated Diwali with soldiers in the Rajouri sector of Jammu and Kashmir on Monday. CDS Anil Chauhan, while addressing the soldiers, stated that it is crucial to inculcate professionalism and carry forward the rich tradition of courage and valor of the Indian Army. The visit by the CDS certainly boosted the morale of the soldiers guarding the security of the nation at the borders. An official statement read that General Anil Chauhan laid a wreath at Naman Sthal of War Memorial in the Nowshera sector and laid his respects to the brave hearts who laid their lives in the service of the nation. A 29-year-old man lost his life in a car explosion in front of a temple in Coimbatore city of Tamil Nadu on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as Jamesa Mubin, hailing from Ukkadam in Coimbatore. In connection to the case, 5 people were arrested by the Coimbatore City Police on Monday. Initially, police stated that the possible cause of the explosion was likely to be an LPG cylinder inside the vehicle, but after a search at the deceased's residence, huge amount of explosive materials were recovered. Director General of Police Coimbatore, Sailendra Babu, said that Mubin was not affiliated to any organization but had links with few people who were under National Investigation Agency's radar. Police further denied any possibilities of a suicide attack as explosion occurred in the car, but the explosive materials were at the deceased house. DGP Sailendra Babu further added that the police is going through the call history of the deceased and inquiring with people who were in touch with him. Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu Bharatiya Janata Party President K. Annamalai claimed that explosion was a terror attack connected with ISIS. Rapid Action Force personnel have been deployed in Coimbatore to increase security after the explosion. RAD is carrying out extensive search and security operations across public areas. Following the Day 1 celebration of the festival Diwali, a blanket of smog wrapped Delhi as the air quality on Tuesday remained in the very poor category, with the overall air quality index at 232. Despite announcing penalties for bursting firecrackers, police in many parts of the city celebrated the festival by bursting high-intensity firecrackers. Meanwhile, post-Diwali celebrations firecracker waste was seen in various parts of Delhi and National Capital Region.
पाठ करने के बाद 9 बजे एक जगह जाना था, तो मैं शहर के बहुत से हिस्से को पार करते हुए घूमते हुए गया, तो देखा कि रोड पर इतना पटाखा लार्ज स्केल में छूट रहा था और पर्यावरण इतना दूषित होते जा रहा था और गाड़ी वगैरह चारों तरफ रुक गई थी इसके छूटने से, और कहीं भी हमने एक भी पुलिस को नहीं देखा। मैं कल पूजा पाठ करने के बाद 9 बजे एक जगह जाना था, तो मैं शहर के बहुत से हिस्से को पार करते हुए घूमते हुए गया, तो देखा कि रोड पर इतना पटाखा लार्ज स्केल में छूट रहा था और पर्यावरण इतना दूषित होते जा रहा था और गाड़ी वगैरह चारों तरफ रुक गई थी इसके छूटने से, और कहीं भी हमने एक भी पुलिस को नहीं देखा।
In a horrific incident on Monday, a 21-year-old man lost his life as he was allegedly attacked by 3 youths after the deceased asked the youths not to burst firecrackers in a glass bottle in the eastern suburb area of Govandi in Mumbai. The deceased person has been identified as Sunil Naidu and the accused persons have been identified as juveniles. Police stated that 2 of the boys have been detained, whereas the third one is absconding. On the other hand, Sunil was attacked with a sharp knife and was rushed to the hospital where he was declared dead. A tragic incident occurred in Khadgarha of Ranchi on Monday night, where a bus caught fire to flames of earthen lamps inside the bus. The driver and the helper of the bus were charred to death after the incident took place, and by the time the fire brigade was informed, the bus was completely burnt. Police recovered the bodies from the spot and were sent for post-mortem to Rajendra Institute of Medical Sciences. A partial solar eclipse will be visible on Tuesday in India and few other locations across the world. Notably, with the exception of some areas of the northeastern region of India, the majority of India will be able to witness the event. It is to be mentioned that the partial solar eclipse will be visible from 4:29 p.m. and will end with the sunset at 5:42 p.m. The cities that will witness the eclipse for longer than an hour include Dwarka, New Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Surat, Pune, Jaipur, Indore, Thane, Bhopal, Ludhiana, Agra, Chandigarh, Ujjain, Mathura, Porbandar, Gandhinagar, Silvassa, Surat and Panaji. Rishi Sunak is all set to take charge as Britain's first Indian origin Prime Minister after a meet with King Charles III on Tuesday, a day after he was elected as the new leader of the Conservative Party in a historic leadership run. Notably, after meeting the King at the palace, he will be formally appointed by the King as the UK's new Prime Minister. Furthermore, the former Chancellor will then make his first Prime Ministerial address on the steps of 10 Downing Street, which is expected to be joined by wife Akshata Murthy and daughters Krishna and Anushka. Meanwhile, outgoing Prime Minister Liz Truss chaired her final cabinet meeting at 10 Downing Street while she is slated to make her way to the Buckingham Palace to formally tender her resignation to the 73-year-old monarch within a short while from now. On a warm note, United States President Joe Biden on Saturday wished a happy Diwali to billions of Hindus, Jains, Sikhs and Buddhists celebrating the joyous festival of lights all over the world. Biden also thanked the Asian American community in the US for considering Diwali festival as a part of American culture. President Biden celebrated Diwali at his White House with prominent leaders from Biden's administration such as US Vice President Kamala Harris along with First Lady Jill Biden. A reception was held to celebrate Diwali at the White House where President Biden said that it was special to host Diwali reception at the White House with many more Asian Americans than ever before. Biden added that he is honored to light the diya surrounded by members of the most diverse administration in American history. On the other hand, the first Black American and South Asian American to become Vice President, Kamala Harris said that White House is the people's house, which the President with the First Lady have made a place where Americans can celebrate their honor and tradition. 4 people were arrested by authorities in connection to the incident where 2 climate activists smeared chocolate cake on the wax statue of Britain's King Charles III at the Madame Tussauds Museum in London on Monday. The viral video of the couple slamming cake at the wax statue was shared by a group called Just Stop Oil and has garnered millions of views on the microblogging site Twitter. Police stated that 4 people have been arrested for criminal damage related to the incident. Just Stop Oil Group in a statement said that the group is demanding the government to stop all new oil and gas licenses and consents. The activist groups across Europe have been doing such stunts in order to draw public attention towards the role of fossil fuels in climate change. Notably, the climate change activists threw mashed potatoes at Claude Monet's haystacks painting in the Barberini Museum in Potsdam, Germany on Sunday. That is all for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.
Do you dream to become a reporter or want to be a news anchor?